All right, so we're going to take a look at this Stiff Socks podcast with Bert Kreischer. Yeah, you know he's up to his old tricks. He's back in the news. People are talking about him again because some old clips are resurfacing about, his, weird... I don't even know how to say it, man. His weird thing with his kids, okay? And it's fucking gross. Everybody else is talking about it. I don't want to dive too much into it, but we got to talk about Bert here anyways, because on this podcast that was released 5 months ago that only has 70,000 views, Bert Kreischer proceeds to lie once again. Blatantly lie. Let's see what he says.
Their insights. And so that was like, that's like, I don't know how we got into this, but like, that's the thing that bothers me.
Translate.
Yeah. I thought it was a good joke.
I mean, I can't believe, and no one laughed.
It's
No.
probably the cleanest.
It's
Less
just
amount of
bang,
words you
bang,
could ever
bang.
get,
It makes
yeah.
sense. It's got visuals. It's great.
I can't use it now because I've said it in a podcast, but
Nah.
Oh, what? Hold on a second, Bert. That doesn't make any sense because you've exclusively said that you take a lot of stories from podcasts to the stage. And people know that you do that for a fact. The machine story, I believe, was first told on Joe Rogan's podcast. And here he is telling these two young bucks he doesn't use nothing from a podcast. This is all fresh stuff when he goes to stage. He's writing brand new stuff, and it doesn't come from anything he's ever said on a podcast. And that can't be fucking true because this guy does too many podcasts. Let's hear some more lies.
Nah, you can still say it.
no.
You can still do it.
No, you burn material on podcasts?
If I say it on a podcast, I'll never say it on stage.
Really?
I think so
yeah.
many good stories come from podcasts.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
There's,
none
there's,
of mine.
Trevor just called him out. I feel like some of your stories come from podcasts. Because they do, bro. He's lying right to your fucking face. Look at how he's even sitting and looking at you. He's begging you to call him out. Keep questioning him. He wants you to. But because you won't, and he'll back down, it only invites him to keep lying.
Mine.
there,
None of
really?
mine. None of
Even
them.
like riffing with Tom or anything?
None
dude?
of them.
I did it one time. One time I had a.
Wait, dude, the biggest bit of your entire life came from a podcast.
Yeah, but
what are you
but-
talking about?
No, but I worked. It was.
Yeah,
I
you
told
dumbass.
it there, but I worked it on stage
I
and I
understand.
made it good.
Just like I said. The fucking machine story, even Blaustein here is like, that came from a podcast. We know it did. Stop lying. You don't have to do that to fucking kick it. Even Trevor's like biting his lip, biting his fingers. Uncomfortable, dude, because he knows Bert is lying. This deep into the podcast and he's lying now. Like, we're already cool, bro. It's weird for a guy to do that, man. And guys do this all the time, where it's like you'll be hanging out with them for an extended period of time, and some reason by the end of the night they're lying. Now you're making shit up. What for, man? We're already cool. We're basically friends already. And now you gotta lie to think like what this is gonna up you in the rankings somehow. It's just bizarre behavior, man.
Good.
I understand.
Like
I understand,
it's like if I did Trans Slam, there would be. I guarantee there'd be someone in the audience in Vancouver or wherever I am Friday night, Vancouver, who would be like, I heard that on Stiff Socks. That's exactly what they'd say.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
had friends.
something like
Yeah,
that.
and I had a
That's absolute bullshit, Bert. You're lying to these two newer comedians. I mean, just the way that he was looking at them as he was telling the lie. You could see that he was fanning through the Rolodex of podcast episodes that he's done and specials that he's done and trying to remember for sure if he's even said, because he has said himself, for a fact, he has said, I take a lot of the stuff that I say on podcasts to the stage. He said it directly to Tom on Two Bears in One Cave. I guarantee it. And here he is lying. Why are you lying? Why? That's just what I don't understand. That tells you that it's a problem. When for no reason at all, this late into the podcast, he decides to try to play this one-upmanship. No, everything I do is just brand new, straight from the head, new stuff that I've never even thought of on a podcast. Why would I do that? It's not as if I do too many podcasts and could possibly run out of material.
I had a joke that I said. I don't know what my new. By the way, it's like when we talk about taking time off. I had a formula for doing specials. It was fairly successful. Was the first words out of your mouth are a joke. They're not like, "Hey, how are you?" or anything.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
first words you grab. It feels awkward to you, but it
Right
works.
off the bat.
The second you grab the mic, and the joke I wanted to tell was, I took a shit so big in Japan that the guy in the stall next to me threw up. And I go, when we were in Japan, so I thought he was trying to talk to me. He was like, oh. And I was like, I don't have any toilet paper, sir. I can't help you. So I told that. When you laugh, I go, I used to be really funny. So I told that on Two Bears, and Tom fell out of his chair laughing.
Fuck, that's funny.
Yeah, so many of your jokes. I mean, if you've listened to Bert's podcast to any degree or him on a podcast at all, and then also somehow happen to watch one of his specials, you hear the jokes that he's done on a podcast. It's obvious. I just don't get why he's lying. I don't get why he did the thing with his daughter or said the thing with his daughter. I don't know why Tom was sort of agreeing with him or telling jokes about showering with his kid in that weird way. These guys are falling off hard, and they honestly should have never been where they are. None of them. Not Tony Hinchcliffe, not Rogan, not anybody in the Rogan sphere. Okay? We know this. We need to start coming to terms with it and stop letting these YouTube kids that found Kill Tony during the pandemic try to convince us that that's real comedy or these guys are real comedians. They're liars. They're frauds. They're fakes. And they're more insecure than anybody else you've ever met in your life or have ever known in your life. Either way, Bert Kreischer stinks, and I'll never stop saying it. So hit the like, hit the subscribe if you agree, and we'll see you in the next one.